Hey everyone, Elmo Arteaga here with ProStudioLive.com with a super quick tip on how to add controllable punch to your drum track. Now, the way that I go about doing something like this is by using parallel compression. But the way that I do my parallel compression is I set it up so that I can move the fader of the parallel compression track to fit the song, because sometimes when you add this amount of parallel compression, it gets to be too powerful for some tracks. This song that I have open here is an acoustic pop sort of track, singer-songwriter sort of feel, has a lot of moving parts. The chorus needs to be huge, powerful, all that jazz, really rock almost more than pop for the chorus, but the verses need to simmer down and take a back seat to let the vocals shine. For this specific tutorial, we're only going to be listening to the drums and acoustic guitar, so let's go ahead and have a listen to what this sounds like without any parallel compression. Over the verses, all the drums sound pretty cool. Let's have a listen to what the chorus sounds like with the drums, along with everything else going on. So it kind of felt like I couldn't really hear the attack of the drums over the chorus when everything else is being played, and since the drums are the driving force behind most songs like this, I'd really want to hear some more of that attack. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've taken my kick track, my snare top track, if you have a top and a bottom, my most direct, my kick, my snare top, and then my two tom tracks, and I have them sent to this bus here, drum parallel. You can see my insert B on all of these is drum parallel. Now, I have these set at a few different volumes sending to this track, and they're all pre-fader. That means no matter what moves I'm making on the fader, this bus will only hear it set to this fader level. So I'm going to go ahead and bypass the compressor that I have on that track, and let's have a listen to what it sounds like just having bussed them to another additional track, essentially doubling the volume. Sounds fantastic over the chorus, but the verse just sounds way too powerful for the rest of the instrumentation. So the first step we're going to take in making that change towards a controlled sort of situation is adding a compressor. Now, most people think compressors are to make something louder, but compressors actually do the opposite. They make things quieter. They tame how dynamic something can be. So what I'm using is the Bomb Factory BF76 peak limiter. It's modeled after an 1176. It looks like one, kind of sounds like one, but it's got a little bit more versatility than an analog hardware unit might. So I have mine set up to the slowest attack and the fastest release at the lowest ratio of compression. But here's the trick. I have my input set so hot that I'm getting a ton of peak reduction, of gain reduction on my on my compression. So even though it's a low ratio, I'm really hitting it super hard. Let's have a listen to what it's doing. Let's go ahead and solo out just the parallel compression track. Hear how everything sounds a little bit squashed or smushed? That's the idea with the way that I have this set up. I want it to really be crushed. That way, when you blend it in, A, you can't really hear it so much as you can feel it, and B, when you control it using your volume or automation, it doesn't sound as jarring when it becomes more prominent and when it gets taken away to give space for, let's say, a verse or something. So now, as you kind of heard, the chorus sounds big and huge and powerful, but the verse doesn't need that kind of power. So as you can see here, I have set up some volume automation. This is my volume automation lane right here, and I've been going ahead and throughout the project, I have volume automation moves, but it's simple. It's just a volume down for a part. There's no gradual decrease, gradual increase. I legitimately selected a region, went to the tool that can slide region boundaries, and then I brought down the level. That's as far as I went, and I did that only over the verses to the extent of about 12 decibels, something around there. It was kind of an arbitrary thing. I just brought it down to where it sounded like it needed it. So let's go ahead and hear what that sounds like transitioning from a chorus to a verse. I'm going to engage my automation so that you can hear the change happening. And just so to illustrate it, I'm going to go ahead and show the fader by itself. And one more time without the automation this time. I don't know about you, but I really like how it brings down the overall power of the drums for the verses. It really opens up for the vocals in that sort of way. And when you set up your parallel compression to be able to do this sort of thing, you have far more control over the amount of compression, the way that it compresses. You just kind of have a better control over the power of an instrument that you're parallel compressing. So if you liked this tip, head over to prostudiolive.com where you'll find videos just like this, along with hundreds of others, hours worth of content that you can just watch and soak in and learn. This is actually part of a mix deconstruction that will be on the website. It's for an acoustic pop track, and you'll get to watch me deconstruct my entire mix of this whole song from top to bottom, starting at the drums, ending at the vocals, all of that good stuff. So again, if you liked this, head over to prostudiolive.com where you can find more. Thanks. See you next time.